reading it.
Right, because it was really confusing.
Go ahead and get out your homework section from Thursday, which is 1 through 4 of the Wilson Problems Worksheet.
Miss Faulkner, I got my wrong folder. Can I please look at that? I feel like I haven't been here in like a really long time.
It was like
The weekend and Friday.
3 days.
Somebody put
What?
for the buffering shot. It's long gone.
My looks really
Me too. I have my car this morning, it's all like fogged up and it's like freezing and I was just really cold. It was so cold this morning. I was
Well,
suspicious.
I was not driving, and so I was like,
Oh, I just go like
driving,
this.
like my hands are
Yeah, that's what I do sometimes.
Yeah.
I have this one on too, and I put this one on the air so it goes up my hand.
And then
I'll
you
switch.
switch it.
Oh, we have this overreaching.
Yeah, it was
Because
really
the air is
cold.
warm, so I like put it on it like this.
I
It's so nice, we got.
I want to get like one of those really fuzzy like steering wheels. You know,
just
so fast.
My cousin has one of those.
For your car.
Two out of
Not
five.
well, not entirely though, because fabric can get faster to death.
But still. I like my gloves, because I keep my gloves in the house, and they're nice and warm. My mom has a heated steering wheel on her car. Did she get a new car? No. Oh, I didn't know that. And her car is, I have to keep though, it's a little piece of crap. But
Look at him.
I have a heat seater.
Oh, butt warmers are so nice now.
You look really cute today.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I like,
I
I don't have
attended
to
all the problems.
like seats in my car, but I don't have leather seats,
Yeah.
so like it doesn't bother me. Cause my car gets up really fast. It's newer.
We got one answer the
Mine
same.
needs
We
a
got the
really
first one the same.
fast,
Yeah, I
but
think
it's
they use different
really
formulas for our stuff, but here we have the same number right there.
I'm
So,
interested in how you guys did number 4.
We didn't get number 4.
3.
Oh yeah, we have question number 4. What are your answers? Do you want to review?
I hope I got that stuff right.
But I'm not sure if it's
If we didn't get it right.
I wasn't sure how you would go.
I wasn't sure how to try to
Did I
think
Because you
I need to look at it. I don't
you put in 0 for something.
Oh.
I put 0 in for the initial velocity.
And that is a problem because that actually when it leaves
What
It's
number
this
are we
one.
talking about?
4.
with the bullet. A bullet leaves the rifle with the muzzle velocity. While
No, that one doesn't have
accelerating through through the barrel. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Good.
I think I used I didn't get number 4.
Okay.
But I don't
That's a good
know.
question.
That
Okay.
one too, so we set it up the same.
Do the numbers on our papers move a little bit right now?
why do I have this?
Honestly, I didn't look at the numbers, but I can
No,
tell you what I got.
I've been looking at both of them gone, so I'm confused.
Hopefully to do that.
Because we have it set up the same.
Two times acceleration, which is even.
Sure.
Number 4, you do want to, that one is a little bit confusing. You do want to use an initial velocity of 0 because it's talking about the velocity that they give you is after it leaves the rifle and it's accelerating through the barrel. So you want to use an initial velocity of 0 and a final velocity of 521. So look at that one again, and then we'll go through the answers and you can check.
Oh, wait, initial velocity 0 and a
And the final, yeah.
Okay.
Did you use this one? Or which
I think I used this one.
Which one on the bottom?
Unless this is my initial.
I think so. I
So-
think you got your initial and your F1. 2, 7, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1 equals the initial plus.
Oh wait, this is an initial.
So for number 4, what formula would you use?
You would use the one that's the bottom right, GF squared.
I have the initial 0, but I'm not sure. Because like it starts and then it gets shot, so it goes faster. But I'm not sure.
Were we supposed to use each of these equations for each problem?
No, there was one that you didn't use.
I use the same equation for 1 through 3.
We'll see what you got.
Okay.
I got a really big one.
71,000.
I got a really big number for number 4.
That's A.
Yeah.
You will, because it's gonna be going really fast.
So plug in an A
Like
if you want to find out an A.
169,000.
161,000.
Your final velocity is your initial velocity is 0. And then your distance is 0.84. And then your acceleration is 6.
Alright, so now you just do algebra.
Okay, here's what you should have gotten. At least here's what I got. Number 1. You guys see that on the board? Yes. The distance is 1,721.3 meters.
What? Wait. I got that.
Number 2, and we'll go over questions here in a minute, is the acceleration is 11.2 meters per second squared.
That's not living.
3 is the time is 1.3 seconds.
I didn't know how to do that one.
There's no rejoicing.
Which one is 1.68?
Does that mean nobody got?
Wait, Skylar, what'd you get?
And 4 is 106. I guess I should say that the acceleration is 161,572 meters per second squared.
I got 16965.
But what the answer
Because I
You do 521 squared is 271,441,
yeah.
and then 2 times 0.840 is 1.68.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So 271,441 divided by 1.68.
Oh wow. What did I do before? I typed the
You
exact
must have
same
just
thing.
put one number off. It's just off that.
Whoa. So what? Oh, that's not gonna be good. I got like I plugged in. Wow.
my calculator is weird sometimes. So that maybe it.
I got like
Yeah, it's really
12,520.
putting it in.
And you should do 271,441 divided by 1.68.
Oh, I put 21.
Distance, but here is
Oh my god.
distance.
There's no 2, Holly. What are you doing?
This one I used to be
That's okay.
equals.
Alright, so questions then.
I got
The
the
answer to the distance traveled.
I remember very wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out how we got different answers.
Is everybody good at number 1?
No, I did not get number 1.
Okay. So, who would like to come up and show us how to do number 1? that got it right. Preferably. No one?
Because.
Lauren?
Thanks for volunteering.
You can do it on the iPad if you want. But you don't have to.
Okay, I was doing. So I used the equation distance equals something.
Initial velocity.
Times I, which was 32.8, plus 9.5, which times 3.20, don't really remember this, but times 32.8 squared.
And what would the initial velocity be? Where you have the VI, because right now you have two variables. So,
Isn't your initial velocity zero?
yeah,
You're starting-
so the initial, so if we could set it.
Yeah, I have 0 here. Like my 0 would be the initial velocity.
Yeah, so why don't you put that, since you did all your numbers up there, go ahead and just put the 0.
And then multiply that equals 0, so you just add all of this, well, the multiply and then, yeah. And then you get the 172.
Good.
Why is that a 5? Isn't it half?
0.5, she has 0.5.
That's the same
Decimal
as,
0.5,
Oh.
so a half, yes.
Oh, do you multiply by half? You don't divide by it?
No, you
That's what I
could divide by 2 or multiply by a half.
That's what
wasn't explained very well, sorry.
I forgot.
Okay. Are we good on number 1 then? Alright, who got number 2 right? Would you like to do that review?
Sure.
When I figured out distance and acceleration, was I supposed to do this one?
Yes. Because they don't ask you for them. Oh, yes, I did. But you're right. Go ahead and do both. I didn't read that thoroughly.
I don't know if I did.
Number 2 does ask you for the acceleration and the distance traveled. So there should be 2 answers for that. That one is the acceleration. I did not do distance.
I was wondering how you would find the acceleration because there's no problem that has acceleration equals.
She's, oh, that one's distance. You would use this one, the bottom left, BF equals VI plus AT. To find the acceleration.
Because you can plug in VF and VI.
Yes, and
And
T.
G. Oh, okay, that's right. Oh, wow, I know.
I think we're all saying that to ourselves.
So you have to add the two, like 18.5, you add it to 461.
Right, for the distance, yes. What did you do? Yeah, that one's adding. Your distance should be 79.8
Oh, that's 75.
meters. For number 2. Thank you. So acceleration, you use the V sub F equals V sub I plus AT formula. You get 11.17 or 11.2, and distance should be 79.8.
Only off by like 5.
I had 75. Wait, just a second.
Wait, I need
I do have some calculators up here for you.
Where's your calculator?
Mine just had values in it.
I got the same one we used on this one.
No judging.
So like,
Okay, and who got number 3?
what was the answer?
Anyone?
I haven't got the second one. Use this one.
I got
This is
one.
wait, is it the first one or the second? First
So,
one. It's the first one.
You have to take the square root of that.
This one.
Renee, start. Do you have questions about number 2?
No, I just like.
Okay.
Oh, 'cause it's T squared.
Yes.
Ah, that's what we did wrong.
What?
We had to square
Oh,
square root. Yeah.
So number 3, you're gonna use d equals v sub I times t plus 1/2 a t squared. And you know the distance is 1.4. The initial velocity is 0, so that will just drop out. And then it's 0.5 times 1.67 times t squared. And you're solving for t. So you get 1.4 equals 0.835 t squared. And divide by,
Why is the VIT crossed out?
because the
Sorry.
initial velocity is 0, so
Oh, okay.
I just crossed it out at the beginning. So t squared equals 1.6, yeah, I put 67, but if you can leave that on your calculator, that would be best, and then take the square root of it. Don't round and take the square root, because it won't be as accurate if possible. And that should give you 1.3 seconds for the time. And you guys are good on number 4 then?
Wait, why did you square? Oh, because you have to unsquare it.
Yeah, because in that equation it gives you t squared, so you have to take the square root to find t.
How did you figure out the square root of 1.6? Did you just use your hand?
Yeah, square roots aren't something you can normally do otherwise, unless it's a perfect square.
I'm still like not getting.
Another stupid cricket.
Does anyone care if I just step on it?
I don't
Ginormous. There was a cricket by my locker this morning. It was very pleasant. It's just a crescent. It's just a
crescent.
Oh, crescent keeps dropping.
Oh,
Oh, gross.
it's still moving.
Oh, it's still
As long as you don't
moving.
mind getting him on your shoe.
You don't care about bugs.
Well, crickets
Although-
can't hurt. They don't hurt you. They just make stupid noises.
I'm not gonna tell you because it'll creep you out.
They're probably.
Well, I found out when I was at work that when I saw a praying mantis that they bite. I was like, what?
Okay,
Mantises
well,
bite?
before that, what were you going to say, Holly?
I was. Still confused on number 2.
Number 2.
I'm figuring out.
I'm
I'm getting like really strange numbers.
Okay, so number 2, we know that the initial velocity is 18.5 meters per second. The final velocity is 46.1. meters per second.
Oh, that's why. I was doing 461.
There you go.
There we go. Oopsies.
But wait, which equation are we using for the acceleration?
For acceleration, you're using v sub f equals v sub I plus a t.
Okay, so it's like that one.
That's the one on the
Right.
right, but it's to find the acceleration, and then for the distance, this one's to find the distance.
Okay. That makes sense.
Other questions?
Figured out my problem.
Okay, let's do some, at least one more example together in class, and then,
I'm just gonna add these two.
okay, good.
Like, I was confused on how to know like which equation to use.
You just have to figure out, well, let's just do one. Okay, that's the one we did, okay. So here's one. In a NASA experiment, a rocket powered, was accelerated from rest to 444 meters per second in 2.2 seconds. What is the distance that the sled moved during this time? Oops. That's not what I meant to do.
I don't know what that means. If you like, I can search the
Oh my god. Okay, I just wanted to take a picture of this. Okay, well, technology.
That is like someone opened the door.
I
Oh,
Why
why
do we do
are
this?
you school?
If you want, I can search.
Serious?
Okay,
Oh my goodness.
anyways, back to this. So what information do we know? The initial velocity is 0.
Final is 20,
400 and, the final velocity is
444.
444. Is that big enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we know the initial velocity is 0. The final velocity is 444. And what else do we know?
The time is 2.2
The
seconds.
time is 2.2 seconds. And so we know 3 things, which is good. We should always know 3 and be looking for 1. And what are we looking for? Distance. So then you just have to find which of those 4 formulas have those 4 variables. So just because we're finding distance doesn't necessarily mean that the formula is going to be d equals. We have to just figure out which formula has those 4 variables in it. So that's going to be
Second one?
this one, right?
Why are you gonna do the first one?
Because we do not know acceleration.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to find this.
Okay, so it's going to be D equals, can somebody tell me what it is? D,
180.
and that's not what I mean, the formula.
Oh,
BI plus BF over 2 times
Okay, so it's gonna be 0 plus 444 divided by 2 times 2.2. So basically 444 divided by 2, a lot of 2's.
Mm-hmm.
So 222 times 2.2. So 488.4 meters.
So instead of trying to think about it as like the problem has to be like equal or D equals or A equals, you should just find the 3 variables that are
Right.
in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, let's do another one. Hopefully we don't. I pushed the wrong button, so I guess it's my fault.
So serious.
I like how we're blaming on like the virtual character.
I love serious.
Alright. A bicyclist accelerates from rest to 7.82 meters per second over a distance of 32.6 miles. Determine the acceleration of the bike. So, what information do we know?
You know it's acceleration.
It's initial velocity, so
And then it's final velocity is 7.82. And then the distance is 32.6.
And we're looking for,
Acceleration.
so we're trying to find which of the 4 formulas has those 4 variables in it. Which is what?
Like the bottom right.
No, you have to
Can you
tell
tell me
her.
what it is?
Oh, okay, yes, I will.
Thank you.
final velocity squared equals initial velocity squared plus 2 times acceleration times distance.
Okay. Good, so 7.82 squared equals 0 squared plus 2 times A times 32.6. And again, try not to round during the problem so you can have a more accurate answer.
Whoa.
What did you guys get?
0.938.
Good.
I'm not getting it.
You need to square the 7.82. That's why.
Oh, that's why,